He can't run, he's not fast, but he gets open.
Bears legend.
Amazing.
9 career TDs in the NFL.
He caught everything that was thrown and took every hit that they could give him.
Tom Waddle.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
It's time to find out what's on Tom's mind.
Is that why you were here?
As we go inside Waddle's world.
Hey, you knew this headline at the very least was going to be presented to you at some point, right? Tom Brady says he's not opposed to a late season NFL return.
No, that does surprise me.
It does.
Now?
Tom Brady said he was retiring from football for good on February 1st of 2023, but he might be having second thoughts. An appearance on the Deep Cut podcast released Thursday. What's the Deep Cut podcast, Tyler? Any idea?
Let me look it up.
Okay, I thought that, you hip guys may know what that is. Brady was asked by host Vic Blends.
It's a podcast hosted by Vic Blends.
Thanks, Meller. If he would pick up the phone if a team called him in the event of an injury. Quote, I'm not opposed to it, Brady said. I don't know if they are going to let me if I become an owner of an NFL team. I'm always going to be in good shape. I'll always be able to throw the ball. So to come in for a little bit, like MJ coming back, I don't know if they would let me, but I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I don't know if MJ came back like that, though. MJ...
maybe Tom got his sports history wrong, but I think that's just... I don't think there's any
I mean, Jordan
validity.
did come back, what was it, March?
Right, but...
It was at the end of the NBA season, and he played into the playoffs.
He was still young, and then he came back for three more full seasons.
Am I stupid for suggesting I think finally, yes, Tom Brady is done?
No, that's what I would say now.
Yeah, I mean, like...
If he hasn't come back the last 2 years, right? It's been 2, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was February 1st of 2023, so... Was last year the first year without Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like more.
It does.
And how's he going to come back if he's in the middle of his broadcasting career with Fox?
Yeah, I mean... again, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see him out there doing that. I think he's been capable of as much or more than anybody in the history of this game, and I just don't. I think it's over. We haven't spoken a lot about the Shohei story. Maybe it's something that we can continue to elaborate on.
I think we hit it with Big Cat.
The feds say Shohei's ex-interpreter stole $16 million over 2 years. I don't know.
Well, so what do you think?
I'm still struggling with the thought that somebody would give somebody else the ability to manipulate one's. Like, he's not a guy with a little bit of money. He's a guy with a ton of money. I just don't know how you could ever gain access to somebody's funds in the manner in which he was able to get.
But the thing is, as his interpreter, like when he went to banks, his interpreter would go with him. I actually saw, I think his last name is Kim. He was on the broadcast in Seoul when the season began, and he talked about how you have a very intimate relationship with a person if you're their interpreter, and it didn't surprise him that he could potentially have access because if you're speaking the language for them, you're going to have to give pertinent information to people who are signing up for banking accounts and all that goes on with it. So I don't think it's impossible.
When did his interpreter ever have time to interpret for him? He was making 25 bets per day. And he made how many bets over the course of that time?
About 19,000.
19,000 bets in all.
That's incredible.
Total winnings. He won $142 million worth of bets, but he lost $183 million worth of bets. And to have access, somebody else is getting fired.
What was he? Do we know if he was gambling on baseball?
No. They said that there is evidence that he wasn't.
He was betting on college soccer.
College soccer. And amongst other things.
Yeah.
College soccer?
I don't even know how you could find college soccer.
I'm just telling you this. He's going to jail, and I would assume several people on Shohei's payroll are getting their asses fired or already have been fired. I get it. You got a ton of money.
How do you ever trust someone again? Like, if that's someone who's as close to you as anybody in your life, how do you ever trust someone?
It's a good question.
If this is really what happened. And, like, I know a lot of people say, well, if you have that much money, it's not, like, maybe it's easy to just miss some money of that. Like, I think if you have that much money, if that money goes missing, you find out pretty quickly.
Of course. And
It's
money's
still-
but even when you're rich, money's important
Yes,
to you.
yes.
Hence the reason why he took a $700 million contract from the Dodgers, because they offered the most money.
I don't care how much money you make. That's still, what, $4.5 million? Is that what it was?
Yes, but it was $16 million
Yeah.
over the course of the entire scam.
Like, you
It
just
doesn't
don't.
seem like it's bothered him either so far. He's got 3 dings. He's hitting .333. He's got an on base percentage of .377, a slug of .635. His OPS is 1,012, and his WAR's .7 so far through 15 games. Looks like he's doing okay.
Sounds like someone who bet on himself.
What's the limit? At what point does the bookie no longer allow the double or nothing? Because if you're $40 million in the hole, I have to believe the inclination to go, come
Yeah.
on, double or nothing. Like, well, 40 versus 80, what does it matter?
There's a text that he sent back in 2022 that's a part of this FOIA. And he texts the bookie, I'm terrible at this sports betting thing, huh? LOL. Any chance you can bump me again? As you know, you don't have to worry about me not paying.
But why? You're just an interpreter.
He had
He had
the
access to
pipeline.
Otani's funds.
He had yeah.
So did he let the bookie
I would-
know that he had access to Ohtani's
That's what I
funds?
mean.
Well, this
That's
is-
why
it
I'm
just all
skeptical.
seems
No,
So-
but
so
this is where I think if he's stealing money from Otani, this is where you could believe that the bookie thinks Otani is making the wagers because Ippei he comes up with the losses when he has to pay at certain points. So he probably thinks he is a cover for Otani. But if he's stealing the money, you could see why both parties are in the dark about it.
Listen, this may turn out to be exactly what that's being advertised right now. I'm a little bit baffled by it still. All right, when we come back, can you meet the requirements or the threshold to ultimately become a member of the CIA? We'll see if you think you can do what is necessary to actually be eligible to join the
like it.
CIA. That's the next. Hire a CIA agent or even Secret Service. Is that a no?
That's a no.
You don't get to talk sports all day long if you're providing security for a senator or a.
Get out of here.
No, it was never intriguing to you, or
I wouldn't be good at it.
did you guys ever think about wanting to join the FBI or the CIA or the Secret Service?
I'm also a coward.
No.
I mean, come on. I mean, like, you think I ever want to battle or confront anybody?
I don't know. I thought maybe
You
it was
know
something
me.
you said, hey, when I grow up, I want to be a Secret Service agent.
Those are for the tough guys.
I want to be an FBI agent. I want to be a somebody that protects the United States.
I am an FBI agent, right?
Is that a no?
Keanu Reeves.
Mellor, you never had the urge, Tyler? No.
What about you?
My daughter's going to, I got to drive my daughter home today. She's going to stop by. She thought very long and hard about going into the FBI several years ago. She decided against it. One of her college soccer teammates is actually an FBI agent. She was going to go.
You're talking about Georgia,
yeah,
right? She'd
yeah.
be good at it.
Yes, she'd be fantastic at it, but she decided against it. Anyway, the CIA wants to hire super fit agents, but only if you can do this many sit-ups in a minute. CIA seeking candidates for an executive protective agent role. People must be patriotic, trustworthy, and most importantly, fit enough to complete
60.
27 sit-ups and 18 push-ups in just 1 minute.
Oh, so you have to do both in a minute?
Yes. Can you do that?
like in the
No. You got to do them both. So
have
you
to do
got to
them-
be able to do 27 sit-ups and then 18 push-ups in 1 minute.
Maybe. I don't know.
High
Not
caliber-
now.
Position requires candidates to ace a grueling physical fitness test for selection plus an annual one to keep the role. Besides the sit-ups and push-ups, the test requires applicants to finish a 1.5-mile run in under 15 minutes and 20 seconds. I think you could do that.
Yeah, that I could do.
A 30-meter dash in under 1 minute, 8 seconds. And a 180-pound dummy drag in under 2 minutes.
What's the dummy drag?
It's a joke there, but I'm assuming it's just like a 180-pound bag of something. You've got to drag it
Probably
a
a
certain
dummy.
distance under 2
Not
minutes.
a bag, probably
Yeah.
a dummy.
Yeah.
That's like, human form.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, like, you got to take something that's 180 pounds and be able to move it.
Dummy.
A dummy.
Take
yeah.
Waddle how far?
Right. It doesn't say how far. In addition to meeting the fitness guidelines, you have to be at least 18 years of age, a U.S. citizen willing to move to the Washington, D.C. area, registered for the Selective Service, and be able to complete security and medical evaluations. Full-time position offers candidates a salary of between $66,654 and $122,459, though a higher starting salary is possible depending on your experience level.
Who do you believe can accomplish this on our staff?
That can do 27 sit-ups and 18 push-ups in just 1 minute.
Yep. And then do the dummy drag. And then you said the 1.5-mile run in 15 minutes.
On air?
So Carmen can do that.
I was just going to say Carmen, probably.
Black, probably.
What do you think would be Chris's biggest hurdle? Would it be the dummy drag of 180 pounds? Like, Abdallah's only like 140 pounds.
Black can do the run in his sleep.
Yes.
I think he can do the push-ups and sit-ups. I think he 180. How far again with the
It doesn't say the distance
You have
that
to
you
do
have
the
to
dummy drag for what though? What is it?
You have to do it in under 2 minutes, however
Okay.
far you got to take it.
You know who could definitely do it, I think?
Meller can do it. Meller can do this in his sleep.
What about Eric Ostrowski?
Yeah, I would think so.
Sneaky.
Danny
Great
would
athlete.
tell you he could do it, but I don't know if he could do
Danny
it.
Danny couldn't. I don't think Danny can lift 180 pounds. Forget a dragging or 2 minutes. I don't think Danny can do 10 push-ups. He can do the sit-ups part.
What do you say we give this 3 months, 4 months maybe, and we try to do this? You want to put ourselves to the CIA
Sure.
fitness test? See if we can do it? I can't even walk up the ramp right now, so it's going to take me probably 2 or 3 more months to heal.
We're looking at July 11th.
Well,
Are you guys busy on July 11th?
We should do this
Yeah.
at Hallis Hall one day.
Okay.
We should do this on a day
Oh.
when there's a Sox game.
Okay.
And
let's
we're
get-
in a Hallis.
Let's invite Peanut Tillman.
He's the FBI, not the CIA.
They cross over, right?
I don't think
Like
so.
maybe on a day before the Bears report.
Yeah.
Like on a day where the
I'm gonna
Sox are
save the
playing.
story and see.
And maybe like we could have polls, like one of the Bears,
Yeah.
maybe one of their trainers do this with
Yes,
us.
and
like
actually
the-
give us CPR if one of us goes out in
Sure.
the middle of trying to do it.
True.
I have to think Tyler can do this. How old are you, Tyler? 26?
27.
You better be
You're
able
in
to do
good
it,
shape.
Tyler.
Do you work out?
I run.
How much do you
That's
bench
about
for
it.
us?
I don't bench. I probably haven't benched since high school.
I don't think Cap can do the run.
Run the under.
It's now he
A mile
walks, but
and a half.
and it's not a very like a mile and a half in 15 minutes. You may be able to walk that briskly.
Yeah, I know. That's
Yeah,
kind of
you should be able
surprising.
to walk a mile in what? Is it
12
12
minutes.
minutes?
I guess the question is, so you have to do all of these events in succession, right, Waddle? Probably. That would make sense
It doesn't say that, but
But you
my
know what I'm
guess
saying, like-
would be yes.
because it really is not a
I mean,
huge.
I don't think.
athletic
I think
achievement
I
if
think-
you get to-
I think you're going to give a little bit of time in
Yeah,
between.
yeah, sure, but
Now, listen,
not-
some of the people that are going to apply for this, I mean, it's not like you're going to be
Yes.
an Army Ranger for Christ's
course.
sake.
Of course.
There are plenty of middle-aged Secret Service agents and CIA agents. We're not sending you into battle.